is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD update for March 6th, 2015. So I've got 10 new DVDs to show you, and much like last month, it's all comedy DVDs. These aren't movies. Like I said in that video a month ago, trying to expand my comedy collection because I'm a big fan of stand-up, and I have great respect for guys who are able to do that. So let's get to it. So up first we have Bill Burr, Let It Go. Really funny guy. I got one of his previous ones in the last update. Very angry. He always talks about the messed up thoughts in his head. Yeah, big fan of Bill Burr. One of my favorites. Okay, up next, new guy I didn't talk about in the last one, and that is Brian Regan, Standing Up. Very funny as well. He sort of reminds me of, he's like a sillier version of Jerry Seinfeld. Makes a lot of interesting observations, but he does it in a very sort of silly way. The way he sometimes uses different voices to talk, and like he makes a lot of weird sounds, but he's very funny. Yeah, good guy. Brian Regan, Standing Up. Also picked up another Brian Regan DVD, which is the only one I haven't seen out of the bunch that I got this week. And that is The Epitome of Hyperbole, so definitely looking forward to watching that as well. Yeah, Brian Regan, really good. Okay, up next, one of the DVDs that I was not able to show you guys last time because it didn't arrive in time, but very funny guy, and that is Daniel Tosh, Completely Serious. Yeah, really a funny guy. If you love Tosh.0, you know why. I don't watch that show, but my sister and her fiance do. Well, they record it anyway. But yeah, really funny. A lot of the stuff he talks about is very wrong, and his jokes sort of start out broad, and then he like goes and narrows it down till only like a couple people are laughing and get the joke. But good stuff, Daniel Tosh. Okay, up next we have Frank Caliendo, All Over the Place. Caliendo's, I think, a little bit better in shorter outbursts as opposed to doing an hour-long stand-up. But he does very good impressions, very funny overall. I mean, he's famous for his like George Bush and John Madden and stuff like that. Yeah, he's better in small doses, I'd say, when it comes to Caliendo, but still very funny. Who else? He does Al Pacino, Bill Clinton, Robert De Niro, a whole host of guys, and recently he's been doing a whole bunch of stuff on ESPN, like doing all the guys on ESPN. If you know sports, Charles Barkley and stuff, he does on here as well. Yeah, Frank Caliendo, good stuff. If you like sports and you like impressions, I like guys who do impressions. So that's Frank Caliendo, All Over the Place. Okay, up next, another one of the DVDs I wasn't able to get last time because again it arrived late, and it was another Jeff Dunham DVD, Spark of Insanity. Great stuff with his puppets, Walter, Peanut, Jose Jalapeno on the Steak. But this one has the addition of Ahmed, the dead terrorist, as well, which is really fun. Yeah, really funny stuff. And I like this one too because at the beginning of the show he does like 10 minutes of actual stand-up by himself without the puppets, and you can tell he's got a really sort of sick and twisted sense of humor, Jeff Dunham. So yeah, good stuff. Probably one of his best. Spark of Insanity. Okay, up next, a female comic. I haven't talked about her before, but she's probably my favorite female comedian, and that's Kathleen Madigan. This is, in other words, really funny, really kind of, I find her sexy as well. Imagine Emma Stone like 20 years from now. That's what I imagine Kathleen Madigan. I mean, they have the same sort of look with the red hair, and I think they sort of have the same sense of humor. What I love about Emma Stone is she doesn't take herself too seriously, and she's got an interesting sense of humor. But Kathleen Madigan's great. She's from the Midwest, and she talks a lot about her family who live in Missouri, and my parents live in Missouri at the moment, so I relate to it a lot. But she's really funny. She's good friends with Lewis Black as well. Um, yeah, really, really funny stuff. Big fan of Kathleen Madigan. Speaking of Lewis Black, I got another couple more Lewis Black videos, and up first we have Lewis Black's Root of All Evil, and this isn't a stand-up special, an hour-long stand-up special. This is a bunch of his, I guess, Comedy Central episodes that he did of this show he did, where he took like stuff that he dislikes and hates, and pits them off against each other. To find out what is the root of all evil, and he invites guest comedians to come along and debate these two topics. So you have weed versus beer, YouTube versus porn, Las Vegas versus the human body, American Idol versus high school, Donald Trump versus Viagra, Kim Jong-il versus Tila Tequila, Oprah versus the Catholic Church, and Paris Hilton versus Dick Cheney. And you can see all the comedians he has on the bottom. Most notably is people like Patton Oswalt and Greg Giraldo. They appeared a number of times. Andy Kindler, Andrew Daly, he's really funny as well. Kathleen Madigan appears in one. She does the Kim Jong-il versus Tila Tequila episode. I watched all these this previous week as well. Paulie Tompkins, really funny, really funny stuff. I really enjoyed these. Lewis Black's Root of All Evil. Okay, and speaking of Lewis Black, I actually got one of his stand-ups to go along with the other two I have. Stark Raving Black. Yeah, really good stuff. Very political as well. But this is, I think, after George W. Bush left office, so he talks a lot about that. And yeah, really good stuff. Big fan of Lewis Black. One of the best. And last but not least, I got another Louis C.K. Chewed Up, really good stuff. Again, if you're a fan of Louis C.K., this is a must-have. This is one of his best, in my opinion. Just really funny shit, talking about his kids, and probably his best bit in this is the Cinnabon, talking about Cinnabons. Yeah, really good stuff. Talks about how messed up his body is and all that kind of shit. Yeah, Louis C.K. really good. Chewed Up, definitely one of his best. So those are my 10 pickups this week. Again, all stand-up DVDs, more or less. So let me know what you think of these comics. If you've seen these specials, and let me know who your favorites are. And thank you for watching, as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
Bond. James Bond.